Ravens fans, if you thought the offseason was going to be slow after Jesse Mentor was named head coach, think again. Things are moving at a rapid pace in Baltimore, and the buzz around the organization is already reaching a fever pitch just days into his tenure. Mentor has made his first moves to shape his coaching staff, and that starts with the offensive coordinator position. These initial requests have already stirred the conversation, and while no official hires have been announced yet, the names being floated are intriguing and in some cases unexpected. The Ravens are clearly signaling that they want to hit the ground running, and Mentor is showing that he isn't willing to waste a single moment as he begins to imprint his vision on this team. The first name to emerge is Scotty Montgomery. For those familiar with Maryland football, Montgomery may ring a bell from his days as the Terrapins' offensive coordinator and quarterbacks coach from 2019 to 2020 under Mike Locksley. He now brings a wealth of experience from the NFL, currently serving as the assistant head coach and wide receivers coach for the Detroit Lions. Montgomery's journey in coaching began back in 2006 at Duke, and over the years, he has cultivated a diverse and comprehensive resume. His time in Detroit has been particularly notable, transitioning from running backs to wide receivers in recent seasons. He has had the chance to work with some explosive talents, including Amon-Ra St. Brown and Jameson Williams. Jameson Williams, in particular, has flourished under Montgomery's guidance, surpassing 1,000 receiving yards this past season and showcasing the kind of development that catches the eye of any team looking for an offensive mastermind. Montgomery also brings head coaching experience at the college level, having led East Carolina from 2016 to 2018. He made the leap from college to the NFL in 2021 as the Indianapolis Colts running backs coach before joining Detroit. His career trajectory demonstrates adaptability and a deep understanding of offensive football, though his play-calling experience at the professional level is still developing. Some may view him as a risky hire for a team looking to immediately compete at the highest level, but his track record in developing talent and orchestrating a productive offense cannot be ignored. Detroit's offense, despite facing some defensive shortcomings, finished as one of the league's highest-scoring units, which speaks to Montgomery's ability to help structure an efficient and dynamic attack. The second name on Mentor's radar is Declan Doyle, the current offensive coordinator for the Chicago Bears. Doyle brings a different type of experience. At just 28 years old, he became the youngest offensive coordinator in the league when he assumed the role with Chicago last year. While he is a young coach, Doyle's impact has been significant, working closely with Ben Johnson. He has helped design game plans, study film, and develop strategies in an organized and meticulous manner. His attention to detail and willingness to put in late hours have made him a vital part of the Bears' coaching structure. However, the challenge with Doyle is that Chicago may be reluctant to allow a lateral move, particularly given that he is deeply embedded in Johnson's system. The Bears' success last season, which included a playoff appearance, further complicates the possibility of him departing immediately. But it is clear that Mentor is exploring every angle to ensure Baltimore lands a coach who aligns with his vision. Both Montgomery and Doyle represent intriguing, albeit very different paths forward for the Ravens' offense. Montgomery brings a long coaching history, head coaching experience at the college level, and a track record of developing high-level receivers, while Doyle offers youth, adaptability, and first-hand experience with a modern, detail-oriented NFL offensive system. While neither may be the definitive choice, these initial requests indicate that Mentor is committed to evaluating a wide spectrum of candidates, leaving no stone unturned in his search for a coordinator who can implement his offensive philosophy. Baltimore has historically taken its time in these searches, ensuring that the chosen candidate is the right fit for both the system and the locker room culture. And it seems Mentor intends to continue that meticulous approach beyond the coordinator search. Ravens are navigating some intriguing developments among their wide receivers. Rashad Bateman has recently stirred conversation with cryptic messages on an alternate social media account. One post highlighted a pivotal NFC Championship game, accompanied by a statement suggesting that all he needs is a real opportunity to prove himself. The posts were profane and vague, but they sparked speculation about Bateman's mindset and potential future with the team. Soon after, Bateman stated that the account had been hacked. Though he acknowledged some of the sentiments expressed were aligned with his perspective, he emphasized his love for football his appreciation for Baltimore, and his readiness to continue performing at a high level wherever his career takes him. These statements were layered, leaving fans to wonder if Bateman is hinting at staying with the team or signaling openness to a potential change of scenery. It is a delicate situation that the Ravens management will need to monitor closely as they plan for the upcoming season. While Bateman's situation remains somewhat ambiguous, it underscores a broader theme within the organization: change and adaptation. The Ravens are entering a new era under Jesse Mentor, and with new leadership comes adjustments in strategy, personnel, and team culture. Mentor has already demonstrated that he intends to move quickly, and his approach to assembling a coaching staff reflects his proactive style. Players, staff, and fans alike are watching closely, aware that each decision made in this early stage could set the tone for the next chapter of Baltimore football. Whether it is finalizing the offensive coordinator hire or managing player expectations, the team is in a state of transition, but one that is charged with energy, potential, and a clear vision for success. This rapid pace of activity highlights the importance of strategic planning and thoughtful execution. The Ravens front office has historically emphasized preparation and due diligence, and Mentor appears to be following in that tradition by considering candidates like Montgomery and Doyle. He is exploring both proven experience and innovative, forward-thinking approaches. This balance is crucial for a team that aims to remain competitive in a league that is increasingly dynamic and fast-paced. The coordination between coaching hires and player development will be key, particularly as the team evaluates its offensive scheme and seeks to maximize the talents of its roster. As the offseason continues, fans should expect more names, rumors, and reports to emerge. Mentor's strategy seems clear: gather as much information as possible, evaluate all available options, and make informed decisions that will ultimately strengthen the Ravens' competitive edge. The early moves, including the reported hire of Mike Mickens, signal that the team is ready to embrace this new era with ambition and focus. While the final choices for the offensive coordinator role are yet to be made, the direction is evident. Baltimore is determined to assemble a staff that can deliver results and create an offense capable of competing at the highest level. As the offseason progresses, the focus increasingly shifts to the Ravens' wide receiver room, which has recently been a source of both intrigue and speculation. Rashad Bateman's cryptic social media activity has captured the attention of fans and analysts alike. While he initially claimed his alternate account had been hacked, the messages he allowed to stand reveal a player who is reflective, candid, and perhaps questioning the trajectory of his career. One post referenced a key NFC championship game, accompanied by the assertion that all he needed was a real opportunity to prove himself. Though he later clarified and reaffirmed his commitment to Baltimore, there remains a subtle tension in his statements, suggesting that Bateman is both appreciative of his current situation and curious about potential opportunities elsewhere. It is a nuanced position, and it is clear that the team will need to navigate this carefully, balancing his value on the field with the uncertainty created by these messages. Bateman's situation also highlights the broader challenges facing the Ravens as they transition into a new era under Jesse Mentor. Player morale, contract considerations, and strategic planning all intersect in ways that require both patience and decisiveness. Bateman's reflections on the city, the team, and his personal growth underscore that professional athletes are not only participants in a sport, but also individuals managing careers, aspiration, and life decisions. The posts, though cryptic, give a glimpse into the mindset of a player who has experienced both triumphs and setbacks, and who is now navigating the expectations that come with a new coaching regime. Mentor, as a first-year head coach, will have to consider how to integrate Bateman into his offensive plans, while also evaluating whether the receiver's long-term future aligns with the team's direction. Meanwhile, other wide receivers in the Ravens roster have generated their own share of speculation, though in slightly different ways. Comments from these players have ranged from reflective assessments of their own growth to subtle acknowledgments of the team's evolving culture. Some of these remarks hint at excitement for the upcoming season, signaling that players are motivated by the changes Mentor is implementing, while others have conveyed frustration with past experiences, suggesting that the adjustments in coaching staff and offensive strategy may be necessary for their development and satisfaction. The interplay between the leadership of the new head coach and the attitudes of the wide receiver group is particularly critical, as the performance of these players will likely dictate the success of the Ravens' passing game in the upcoming season. In the case of Rashad Bateman, the complexity of his situation is compounded by his recent contract extension, which reflects the team's recognition of his potential and value. His career trajectory, which began with high expectations and has been impacted by injuries, showcases the resilience required of NFL players. While the past season may not have lived up to those expectations, Bateman has demonstrated flashes of the talent that initially drew the team to him. His ability to thrive in a new system under a head coach like Jesse Mentor could be pivotal as the Ravens look to implement an offense that balances innovation with efficiency. Evaluating Bateman's fit within this system, while also considering the potential for trade opportunities or changes in role, will be an essential part of the team's strategic planning. The Ravens' wide receiver room is not only about individual players, but also about team chemistry and the broader offensive scheme. Mentor's offensive vision, coupled with the upcoming hire of the offensive coordinator, will define how players like Bateman and others are utilized. The success of this group depends on effective communication, trust between coach and player, and the ability to adapt to evolving game plans. Mentor's willingness to explore multiple options for coaching staff, as seen in the consideration of Scotty Montgomery and Declan Doyle, reflects a proactive approach to shaping an offense that maximizes the talent of his wide receivers. These decisions will have ripple effects throughout the team, influencing not only on-field performance, but also locker room dynamics and player morale beyond the individual stories. The offseason is a time of strategic positioning for the Ravens. Mentor's early actions, including rapid requests for offensive coordinator candidates and attention to player messaging, demonstrate a hands-on approach. He appears committed to understanding the motivations and potential of his roster, while also setting the stage for long-term success. Every cryptic post, interview, or performance insight provides data that Mentor and his staff can use to craft a plan for the season. The balance between player management, scheme development, and strategic hires is delicate, but it is also where the foundation for a successful season is laid. How Mentor navigates this complex landscape will ultimately define the trajectory of the team in the months to come. While speculation around Bateman's future and the wide receiver room continues, it is also worth noting the energy and anticipation that a new era brings to the Ravens. Fans are watching closely, analyzing every development, post, and report. The intrigue surrounding potential trades, coaching hires, and player roles generates discussion and excitement, signaling that the team is entering a period of transformation. Mentor's leadership style, his philosophy on player development, and his approach to assembling a coaching staff all contribute to the sense of momentum building around Baltimore football. These early moves, while just the beginning, suggest a willingness to challenge the status quo and push the team toward a more dynamic, adaptable, and competitive identity. Before we dive in, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Your support keeps us bringing you the latest news on the Baltimore Ravens. And hey, drop your take in the comments below. We want to hear from the flock. Whispers of tension are growing louder in Baltimore as speculation swirls around quarterback Lamar Jackson and his relationship with the coaching staff. Sources close to the team suggest that Jackson may be increasingly frustrated with the way head coach Mike Minter has been handling team dynamics and offensive strategy. The rumor mill erupted after Jackson was notably absent from the highly publicized presentation of Minter, a moment that typically sees star players front and center alongside the coaching staff. While team spokespeople insist that Jackson's absence was a scheduling issue, insiders hint at a deeper story. Some believe that Jackson is quietly sending a message about his dissatisfaction with the current direction of the team. Observers point to subtle interactions or lack thereof between Jackson and the coaching staff during practice sessions, hinting at a possible rift that could be brewing behind the scenes. Teammates have been tight-lipped, though a few have been overheard expressing concern about the growing divide between the quarterback and his coaches. Analysts speculate that Jackson, who has consistently been the centerpiece of the Ravens' offense, may be feeling constrained by what he perceives as outdated schemes or a lack of creative freedom. The quarterback's absence at a public event, while minor on the surface, has been interpreted by some as a bold statement, a refusal to endorse the current approach, and an indication that he wants more influence over game planning and personnel decisions. Social media chatter has exploded, with fans dissecting every image and video clip, searching for clues to the true state of affairs in Baltimore. While there is no concrete evidence of an outright confrontation, Insiders warn that tension has been simmering for weeks. The situation raises questions about whether the Ravens can maintain cohesion if their star player feels unheard. Could Jackson's rumored dissatisfaction impact team morale or alter offseason decisions? Coaches and front office officials are reportedly aware of the speculation and may be working behind the scenes to address concerns before they escalate. For now, all eyes remain on Jackson and the Ravens' leadership, with fans and pundits alike debating whether this is a temporary hiccup or the start of a larger conflict. One thing is certain, the quarterback's absence at Minter's presentation has added fuel to the rumor fire, and in the world of professional football, even the smallest gestures can spark the biggest stories. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay in the loop with exclusive news on our Baltimore Ravens, make sure to subscribe and hit that like button. We'd love to hear what the flock thinks. Drop your thoughts in the comments. See you in the next one.